She
Oh,
wasn't
it
recording.
It is now.
We're recording
It
now.
is now. It
Yes,
is now.
we're being filmed. Hi, Kitty. We love you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Madness. Crazy.
I thought you started celebrating the 14 a little bit early.
Oh, we had the bromance. We don't need anything else, do we?
All right, I am going to switch back to regular.
Yeah, you do that, and I'm gonna get off the fucking headset and actually get the fucking editing done going underway, boil. I'm not being fucked over today. We just thought we would make everyone laugh a little bit with Bald Kitty.
It's always funny.
Oh, hell
Bald
yes.
Kitty.
Please keep this in. This is perfect bloopers.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna. There we go. Bam! I should switch on the screen. There we go.
There we
Hey,
go. You've got very
I'm off.
purple legs.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Okay.
All right, Zed. Have fun editing that video.
We'll give it another couple of minutes. See if anybody else is going to join. What we got as far as I don't know.
What did you do last week? I wasn't here.
Well, last week we just started making stairs. I was trying to show people an easy way of making stairs, and with the intention of building a castle to start with, stairs going up into a tower. Unfortunately, for the second week running, I completely screwed up the recording. So there isn't a video of it, unfortunately, but I'm happy to go over it again if anybody wants me to. But I did say that for this week I would try and have a bit more of it done, so I had a little bit more to work on. I have got stuff lined up for today, but like I say, I don't mind carrying some of that over for next week if you want me to go over what we did last week. It was easy stuff. It shouldn't take too long. But yeah, I've got plenty lined up. Don't know if we'll get through it all in an hour. If not, well, got stuff for next week as well, and I don't have to. Oh, hang on, next week. No, next week should be fine. Oh, shush, me guitars. Me guitar? That's not me guitar, that's me phone. Hang on, let's stop it from talking. I've got it set to announce to read out all my notifications, and I completely forgot about it. There we go, that's that turned off. And just put it on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Okay, well, it's 5 past, so shall we get started? I wanted to go through a couple of, just to show you a couple of add-ons that I use first of all, which I'm sure I've shown you before, but I can't recommend them enough. So no, that's not what I wanted. We'll show you that in a minute. There we go, add-ons. The first one, I use this all the time. Now, if anybody has UV Packmaster, this facility is already built into that. That is a paid add-on and does loads and loads of other stuff, but this is absolutely indispensable. I use it all the time, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. This is the one for version 4.2 and up, because it's on the extensions page on the Blender website. But you can get it for earlier versions of Blender. I've got it for my old version of 3.4 that I use. And it's just brilliant. We've also got, in fact, there it is, Blender Texel Density Checker. You can get it on GitHub and install it just as an add-on rather than an extension in older versions, and you can just have a look under releases for the one for your version. We've also, these are the props that I used. and we'll go over those as well. Anything else? What other ones have I got? There was something else I wanted to cover. Nah, that'll be it for now. If I think of what it is, I'll tell you. We'll have a look for it and I'll show you. But this thing, textile density checker, like I say, I'm just going to open a new scene for now, and I'll show you what it does. So I'm just going to do a bit of a shortcut and just use Blender Kit here. Maybe have bricks. That would be a nice one to show you. We'll stick some bricks on the cube. There we go. Bricks. Now, if I... Oh, come on. My middle button doesn't work very well. If I was to duplicate this and just move it over a bit and resize it, and we'll just apply the scale. Actually, no. We'll just bring in a new one. New cube, because we want a brand new UV. And we'll resize it. And we'll apply the scale. If I was then to apply the same material, bricks material, you'll see it doesn't really fit. And we might decide that we want to maybe build a wall that comes out the side of this, but we want the scale of the texture to be exactly the same as the scale on here, because bricks are a standard size. And this is where this textile density checker comes in. You've got a version that works in object mode, and you've also got a version that works in edit mode. The edit mode one is the one I usually use the most, and you'll probably see me using it in a bit when I start to build something. But it's as easy as, you don't need to worry too much about all the values and all the numbers. All you want to do is select the box that's got the scale, texture scale you like, tell it to calculate TD, calculate your textile density. It then tells you what your textile density is. And then you can set the value, which then sets it down here. You can select the box that we've just created, set my TD, and it's made it exactly the same as the other one. And the way it does it is it resizes the UVs. So these UVs are now much bigger than the actual image. So it's tiling across the box. Oh, come on. See what I was saying about my middle mouse button not working properly? I need a new mouse, I think. So yeah, that's basically all that is. It's absolutely brilliant. And like I say, you'll see me using it in a little bit. So let's get this opened up again. And what I wanted to do was show how because I decided after doing the tower that I wanted to do a little bit of a corridor. And this is the tower. I downloaded some free assets from the asset store to fill it up a little bit and make it look like something worth walking around in. You can go all the way down the stairs that were made last week, down at the bottom. And I've got a few bits and bobs in here as well. And then I've got the corridor that I made, which is basically this thing here, which I've just put a few together, end on end, to make a corridor. So I'll try and show as much as I can of what I've actually used as well. So the assets, I used the Alchemy Lab props. It's free on the asset store. And that's all that these bits and bobs are. Everything in here is the asset props except for these banners, which were from something else. So the barrels, the jars, these torches on the walls, which have even got fire and whatnot in as particle systems. We've got all of those. What I particularly like is the candles. The candles are lovely. There's like a candelabra here on the table, which again has got little flames which look lovely, and an orange light. The light is built into it, and I've just put the bakery script on it and baked everything. And I think it looks reasonable. It's quite good. But all of this is from that pack. We've even got, you know, a couple of chests there. We've got a chest with a bit of gold in. And it does look quite nice when you're walking around. I have uploaded it already. And then this banner here, this came from another free asset, which is the Mega Fantasy Props pack. Again, there's loads and loads of stuff that you can use, but all I've used out of this is the red canvas banners and nothing else. But this would be really cool for building, you know, I don't know, maybe a hut like this. Yeah, it's quite nice. I haven't used any of the other stuff out of it, but I probably will at some point. And what else did I use? Then this one isn't free. This is Ian's Fire Pack. And I use this in loads of stuff. I've used it in loads of my worlds, but all I've used it for down here is the torches on the walls here. And again, they come with the particles and the lights and everything, and even a crackly flame sound as well. So they're quite nice. I can't recommend Ian's Fire Pack enough. It is absolutely brilliant. I know it's 27.60, but the amount of stuff that you get is incredible. You get big bonfires. You can make it look like your building's on fire. There's the torch. There's like campfires and all kinds of things. And I've used these in the Christmas house. I've used it in the Viking Longhouse. I've used them all over the place. I just love them. So that's Ian's Fire Pack. If you've got the cash, highly recommended. If you haven't, don't worry about it. There's loads of other free stuff that you can get. So that's that. I wanted this week really to show how I made this thing. All you can actually do is, it's so easy, just add an array modifier and you can make it as long as you want. But what I do is in Unity, as with anything else, is I bring in one of them and then just duplicate it and reuse. Rather than making one big mesh, I just use one small mesh and just put many of them together in a row. So, without further ado, let's stop with a waffle and I'll start making this thing and show you how easy it is, because I think it looks pretty effective, especially when you get the lighting baked in Unity. So the first thing I did was to add a circle. And I'll go into front view by pressing 1 on my keypad. Rotate X 90. You know what I haven't done? Is turned on my screencast key. So let's do that now. There we go. So rotate X 90. And then go into edit mode by pressing the tab key. And then the bottom half of the vertices we don't need, because this is going to become the top of the arch. This is going to become, come on, Lisa. This is going to become this bit here, at least before it reaches the straight bit. So I then want to select the top vertex and we'll turn on proportional editing and we'll turn it to sharp, and then G and Z to move it on the Z axis, the up and down axis. And this is where you can use your scroll wheel to adjust how much of it is affected. And we'll bring that up to wherever you want it to be. That'll do, I think. Bring it up by about 1/2 meter. And then these ones, I would extrude, so E for extrude on the Z, and bring them down to probably about there, I think I did. And that is the basic shape of the arch. And then back into edit mode, select everything by pressing E, and E for extrude, and we want to extrude it along the Y-axis, and then I'm going to hold down the Control key. So rather than having a complete loose kind of extrusion, hold down Control and it'll snap. And I'm going to bring it along two clicks, as it were, and you'll see it's actually done 2 squares on the grid, basically. And now my middle mouse button's not working again. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is go into X-ray mode, and I'll just select all of those. I'm selecting these ones because they're at the 0 point, basically, which is where my origin is. And in fact, do I need to, I probably didn't even need to do that, but never mind. I'm going to add in an empty, and you'll see why in a minute. The empty doesn't do anything. It's just basically an anchor point kind of thing. And this arch, come on, middle mouse button, work. Come on. There we go. I'm going to add in a mirror modifier. And I'm not sure which one I want to mirror it across, so we'll just, yeah, Z is fine because we rotated it and I didn't apply the rotation. So Z is fine, but instead of mirroring it to turn it into a tunnel, what I want to do is choose the empty object that it's going to mirror on, and then we're going to change it again, typical. So find the one that works, select the mirror object, and if you rotate this on the Z, you can see this rotates. So I'm going to rotate it on the Z by 45 degrees, and that'll give us this. And then I want to get rid of these bits on the inside. So what we can do is we can choose bisect Y, and that's got rid of that. So now this is the bit we want. We don't want these bits on the outside, so we can apply the modifier, go into edit mode, we'll go to top view by pressing 7 on the numpad, and go into X-ray mode, and we can get rid of those vertices, XV, and those vertices, X for delete and V for vertices. And that gives us that. So now we can get rid of the empty because we're not using that anymore. Now what we can do, we can add a mirror modifier, and as well as mirroring it on the Y, well, it's actually across the X there, we can do the Y. No, not the Y, Z. There we go, Z. And we've kind of got the shape that we want. We've got this thing, the basic shape. So then what did I do? I can't remember what I did after that. Let's see. We'll apply it, and I'll also apply a solidify modifier. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just apply all the transforms to start with, and that'll apply the scale and everything. I don't think we'll change the scale, but never mind. And we'll change the offset to +1. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want it to go inside and make the inside of the tunnel smaller. I want it to thicken on the outside, so I'm just going to change that to +1, and then just however thick you want it. Also choose even thickness as well. And yeah, when you're happy with it, just, I think that's probably about what I chose. If you're happy enough with that, great. And we can apply that. So we've kind of got what we're wanting. Now, let's have a look, see if I've got some better lighting on the other side. Now we've got a bit of a wall across here, and we've got a little bit of an inset there as well. And what's it like on the inside? Did I do the same there? Yes, I did. A little bit of an inset there as well. So, what would I do? Go into edit mode. We'll do a loop cut there, and there, and there, and there. So loop cuts, Control and R. Just hover it over wherever you want the loop cut. Apply it, like left click and then right click to just leave it at the default point in the middle. And this is where we also need loop cuts here, don't we? We'll do about 3. And take that face and that face. Press F3 for your search box and type in bridge for bridge edge loops. That's what we want. So that's joined them together. And then I'll just select that. By holding down Alt and left click, it'll select the entire loop. And then Alt Shift and left click and you can select a second loop. And we'll just get rid of them. We're just going to dissolve the edges because we don't need them. So that's that side done. We'll do the same on this one. Shift, Control and R. The number 3, you can scroll up and down if you want, but I find it easiest just to type in 3. And then that face and that face. F3, bridge edge loops. Select those edges, X, and dissolve edges. So we've got those bits done. What else have we got? It's just a basic inset on each side, isn't it? There's nothing flash. So I think what I might do with this, what might be easiest, is just to do another Control and R and have 2. Go into face and then maybe select all of that, and I'm guessing this is how I did it, I can't remember. We'll use Alt and E and extrude the faces along the normals and then just try. Ew, that doesn't work very well, does it? That's a bit naff, that. I wonder if there's a option for... No, that's not it. That's not what I wanted at all. Can't remember how I did it now. Let's have another look. See, that is... It hasn't got that funny pointy bit at the top, so I've done something to even it out. I think what I'll do, we'll try bridge edge. No, that doesn't work either. Goodness gracious. Open loop, close loop. No. What about, here we go. We'll fill it. And then we'll go to the other side. And we'll fill that. And then we'll select that. And we'll select that. And we'll do I for inset, but we'll hit it twice because we've got 2 faces and we want to do them separately. And we'll do it that way. There we go. And then guess we just extrude them again, but then scale on the X perhaps. Oh, I've still got proportional editing on. Let's turn that off. Scale on the X. That's still not working very well, is it? That's a bit naff, that. Try moving it instead. We'll just do them separately. You know what I should have done? It would have been a lot easier if I'd just selected both of them. Let's just do that first of all. If I had just done bridge edge loops again, that would have been easier, wouldn't it? There we go. Goodness gracious. I did enough make work for myself there, didn't I? So that's that side done. I should have done both together, but there you go. That's just me being an idiot. So 2 there. Select that edge and fill. Select that edge and fill. Select me faces. Anybody remember what I did? Oh yes, I to inset. And then it was just bridge edge loops, wasn't it? There we go, that'll do. Now I don't think that looks too bad, to be honest. It's not too shabby. So the next thing I wanted to do was to do these decoration bits in the window, which look complicated, and they're absolutely not. You'll be surprised. This is where you should always remember it's very handy to steal geometry from something else to make something new. And that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to use this bit of curve here, because that's basically all this is this resized and mirrored. That's all it is. And then this top bit is just another one of these turned upside down. So we're going to select interface mode, select that, and in fact, no, we'll select all of that. Come on, all of that there. If you want to know how to select a whole row of something, if you select a face or a vertex or an edge, and then hold down Control, so select the first, then hold down Control and select the last, it'll pick the shortest route and join them all together. So that's how I selected that bit there. And I'm literally going to press Shift and D to duplicate it, and then P to separate by selection, so it's now its own object. Come out of edit mode, just select that bit, and I'm going to move it over to one side so I can work on it. And let's have a think. I think the easiest way is to use a solidify modifier maybe, and just draw it out as thick as you want it. We'll put it about there, and we'll apply it. Go into edit mode. I want to get rid of, actually, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of that edge because we don't need it. We'll get rid of that because we're going to join two meshes together and they won't join together properly if you've got a face. So we'll delete that. Delete faces. and we want to give it, the center has to be down this edge here. So I'm just going to choose this bottom bit there, and we can, where do you set the origin on here? Normally I use Shift and S because I've got a handy dandy add-on. So object origin to the edge. So you can see that's where the origin is. That's where the mirror is going to take effect. Add a mirror modifier. There we go. Done. And then usually what I do after that is add a weld modifier, and it saves me having to join the vertices afterwards. It'll just join them for you. So we'll apply that. Now, if I move this face, you can see that they are joined, which is exactly what we want. So then what I would do is I'd take this and I'd move it back again. You know what, let's just set it back on the Y, make it dead center to 0. Have a look at your image, see what, or you know, have a think about how you want your window. I'm just going to do roughly the same as this, so we need to scale it down a bit and move it up, and that probably looks reasonably okay. No, needs scaling down a bit more, and that'll probably do. And any bits that are sticking out, I'm just going to make this a little bit more visible by turning on cavity both, and you can see all the edges properly then. Any bits that's sticking out, like here, we just need to trim those off. So I would go into X-ray mode, and that's probably fine where it is, but I think what I'll do is I'll select that, and just move it up a bit. And these bits, we can just delete everything that we don't want. So we'll get rid of those. We'll get rid of those, because you can see the vertices are actually going inside the frame. You'll not see those bits, so we'll get rid of them. And there's the first bit done. Oh, you know what? I didn't realise that was like that, so we'll just bring that down. Back into X-ray, so I select everything. There we go. And I'll duplicate this, and I'm going to move it along the Y over here, and we're going to scale that down to maybe something like that. And what we'll do is we'll just mirror that one, I think, maybe. But we want to make the mirror object, just like we did when we made the arches, we used the empty as the mirror point. We're going to use this central bit as the mirror point. So I'll just use the dropper for mirror object, and there we've got it exactly on the other side. And then we just need the top bit. So we'll duplicate this again. We'll remove the modifier from it, and we'll rotate it on the X by 180. Again, we'll set it dead in the center. So Y0, move it up. So it kind of looks like it's in, like joining on there. If you see here, it kind of looks like there's a curve that's going through it. It's a nice effect. And then we'll just do the same again. Delete the bits that you don't want. I'm going to move these down so they're not sticking through the top. And then we'll delete them. And then, but you'll see here, we've got little bits sticking out. So I'm just going to move them. so that it's just within the frame. Simple as that. And there we've got quite a nice Gothic looking window. I'm going to join all of these together. In fact, this bit, let's just get rid of the modifier, join them all together, and we're going to mirror it again so it's on the other window. And we want to mirror it. Is it across the Y? Was I right with the X? Huh? Who knows? Ah, you know what it is? It's because my origin is here. So I'm just going to set the location so the origin goes to the center. And there it is there. We'll just check which axis it actually is. It's that one there. So there's the window done. I'm going to apply that. And we'll also do a shade auto smooth. And that just helps get rid of some of that. By the time we turn off the cavity, you won't see that. You don't see any of those funny little lines. The cavity just really shows it up. But I'm going to leave it on for now because it's useful when you're modelling. So now the next bit really is to unwrap it and get it looking kind of like this. One of the challenges is getting the stones to curve around the arch. But it's really not hard. It really, really isn't hard. I think a lot of the time people overthink their UV unwrapping. And I'll show you a quick and easy way of doing it. I'm going to save time again, being a cheat, and use Blender Kit. And we'll just look for stone wall. Oh, and we've crashed. Oh no, I've lost everything. I didn't save it. Doesn't matter. We'll use a one that I've already got.
You can get it back, Lisa.
I don't know how, Bart.
I can tell you, I think I remember that.
Okay.
I
Oh,
touched
look,
Blender in a
there's
long
recover
time, but
last
I don't
session.
think
Shall
I
we try
remember.
that?
Yeah, try that, and if that's not the right one,
That's
then
not
I'll
it. That's
find
something
no,
totally
that's
different
not
I
it.
did.
Lisa, you need to go to File. Let me see. You need to go to... Yeah, I can't really read that, though. Let me just start Blender. I will help you get it back.
I was just going to open one I've already made because I'd only got to the unwrapping bit.
No, but maybe it's a good thing to show people that.
Okay, yeah.
How to actually, because Blender does tend to like crash. I think it's File,
Yes.
and then I think it's Recover, and then it's Autosave. Do you have anything there?
No, because I didn't. Your autosave only works if you've saved it once already.
Open Recent? No, that's not
No.
it. I forgot how it... I will check for you. Just go further.
Okay.
Maybe if I find it, I'll tell how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to do it.
Okay.
Well, it's just so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, right, though. I think it is a very useful thing people should know. I should know. Let's face it.
I used to use it all the freaking time.
Uh-huh.
It crashes so much. So, yeah.
Right, okay,
Just need to find the right...
I'm just going to duplicate this one. We'll move it over. And then we'll just zoom in on it. And I'll get rid of the materials that's on it. And we'll give it a basic. I'll just do a basic unwrap. Because that definitely isn't working. So, where was I? Here we go. I was looking up stone wall, wasn't I, before it crashed. Keep your fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. And I think this is the one I used. We could use anything you like the look of, really. We could make it out of that, even. Or this thing. This is quite interesting, but this is more for displacement, and we're not using that. This cartoony one's really nice. This would have been a better choice, actually, because the assets I used are a little bit cartoony. I quite like that one. We'll go with that. There we go. We got a material on it. But you can see that it's just all kind of flat and straight and uniform, and the bricks are just going up in rows. I'm going to make those a little bit bigger. So we'll scale that by a half, and then you should be able to see the bricks a bit better because they're bigger.
I think I know it, Lisa.
Okay.
What you need to do is just go to Edit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Preferences.
Yeah.
And then you go to Save and Load.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that needs to be turned on, because autosave needs to be turned on. There's an option there that says autosave, and it kind of shows like how much it saves, basically.
Yeah. Well, I do have autosave turned on, but like I say, autosave only works if you've actually saved it once when you start. And that's what I didn't do. Yeah, I should have opened a new scene, saved it, and then just let it carry on doing its stuff.
Yeah, but then you can recover from recover and then autosave, and then you can basically just get it back.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I need to remember to do that. Just save before I even start modeling. Just give the file a name, just save it, and then we're okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get this unwrapped. The easiest way, I think, is not even to worry too much about seams and things. Just do it manually, bit by bit. So I'm going to go into edit mode. And let's say, you see how some of these stones are going up and down and some are going left and right? That's totally wrong. That's not what we want. No, that's fine. I'm going to select that face and that face down there and literally just press U for unwrap and U for unwrap. And that's it, done. And you can do that for all those sides. U. And if ever it unwraps it wrong and you've got the bricks going the wrong way, like up and down, just go hover over this side and just rotate it by 90 degrees. And that's it, fixed. You see here, we've got it going the wrong way now. So I'm just going to undo that. So, U. So that's them bits done. You can do the same on the inside.
Big stone.
And we'll do these ones. Oh, that's a bit wonky. What's gone wrong there? Okay.
Oh, that's why.
So we'll just rotate that till it's kind of straight. Which ones have I done? That one there. These ones it wants to do wonky. I wonder why. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Is that everything? See, that one's wonky as well. Yee, mind. So all I'm doing to rotate the UVs on here, I'm just pressing R and then using my mouse. Okay, so now what I want to do is probably select these ones, and that needs rotating. And then these ones, oh, I'm in the wrong thing, aren't I? Am I on the wrong? No, that's right. These ones, I'll select all of them. Trying to remember how I did this. We'll just get rid of the seams. Try that again. Because that should be flat. Now, if I press Control and plus, no, that's still not doing what I want. Come on. That and that. And I want that to there. And that to there. That'll do. Now, there's another handy thing here called text tools, which I believe you can also get on GitHub. I didn't find that one though. We should have a look, shouldn't we? Text tools. Blender. Yeah, there we go. Text tools. Also available on GitHub. Again, there's loads of releases. Find the one for your version of Blender. And this is a really handy thing. This has got loads of stuff that I use quite a lot, but one of the useful ones is this rectify thing. So if you select something like this that's all kind of bent and wonky, if you hit rectify, it straightens it out, and then you'll see our bricks go in a lovely straight line. Well, it's an arched line, but you know what I mean. Because this is straightened out, the bricks are following it properly, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to do the same with this bit on the inside. And then we'll want that. Oh, goodness, come on. And we'll do the inside as well. And I've got a sneaking suspicion this isn't going to work because that's at an angle, but we'll see. Actually, that's not bad. I think we might just leave that like that and then we don't need to worry about it. The reason I was saying it might not work is if we relax that, then you get distortion. You see how these are bent and wonky because it's straightened out an angled edge and distorted all the rest of the texture. So I'm just going to undo that and leave it as it was. We're going to select this. Actually that, that, and that. And we're going to rotate it by 90. And we'll select that and unwrap it and rotate that by 90 because it's going the wrong way. So I'm not going to do the other window, the whole thing. These middle bits I actually gave a separate material. You can see it's kind of a marbly look. So I'll not bother with them just now. In fact, what I'll do is I'll select all of these.
You know what would be cool, Lisa?
Uh-huh.
If like all colored glass in there.
Yes, I know, but
Really
that's shaders. We'll cover shaders another week when we do like transparent colour stuff, I think. It would be cool though, you're right.
Yeah. I think that would look cooler if they were metal, kind of dark metal. So they were like
Yeah, you're probably right. Yep, yeah. We'll have another look at it next week. We're kind of nearly out of time now, so I just wanted to finish with the UV unwrapping for the bricks here. And this is where the textile density thing comes in. So if we open up the textile density checker, find a bit of your wall that you like the scale of the bricks. I quite like this bit here. So select that, calculate your TD, calculate set value, and that changes it here. And now all you need to do is press Control and I to select everything else and set the same TD to it all, the same textile density. And now when we come out of it, it's all uniform, looking the same, and it hasn't changed the UV unwrapping at all. All it's done is scaled each of the UV islands so it's the right size. They're all a uniform size. And I think that looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
If I say so.
That looks amazing. Yeah.
So,
kind of the same. So,
yeah, I mean, even after you've used the textile density thing, you could still, for instance, unwrap. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. You could still unwrap this bit.
Pressing the Windows button.
Yeah, I certainly am. Unwrap it. Go into UV editing. Text tools. Rectify. There it is. And then back to textile density. We've still got the value in here. Set my TD. And there's that front bit. And I've not used a single seam. I haven't done the whole live unwrapping thing. I've literally selected parts of the wall, unwrapped it, rotated it, got it all working properly, and left it. That's it. Forget about it. Go on to the next bit. And it's so, I just find it so much easier unwrapping little bits, bit by bit. We'll do this bit here because I can. Text tools. Helps if I selected all of that. Rectify, textile density, select TD, and then I think this is probably going to be going the wrong way, is it? Doesn't look too bad like that actually, but which way is this one going? That one's going up and down, so we'll make this one go the same way. Rotate it by 90. There we go. There's only this window I haven't done. But yeah, there we go. And then once it's done,
nice.
You can literally add on an array modifier, and you've got a nice tunnel that you can look down.
Nice.
Yeah.
You could have like ghosts walking to it.
You could. You could, absolutely.
Ghost house. Like torches, just like the Efteling.
Yeah. So, what I did here, I'll just zoom in on that. Oh, my mouse is slipping further and further away. Oh, I thought I'd crashed again for a second there. So what I did here was once I'd made this bit, I just intersected this wall a little bit, went into edit mode. You can't see it all that well here because there's far too many vertices. But I literally just looked at it, used the knife tool by pressing K, and I just cut this section out, deleted it, and that was basically all I did. And I've got a hole which you can't see, but it doesn't look
Can you show
half
the
bad.
rendered one?
I
Show the rendered view. That'd be nice if it doesn't crash. Yeah, looks nice, but it just needs a little bit more light. But you should be okay.
Yeah. Well, it's already
Can you show the tunnel?
it's already here in Unity,
Okay.
and it looks quite nice with the baked lighting.
Yeah, that does look nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Woo. I made these banisters as well. We'll probably have a look at that at the stair rails next week. We'll have a look at making things like that because they are incredibly easy as well. But like I say, these assets free on the Unity store. Go grab them if you want to have a play around because they're really cool for just making castles and things. This is meant to be a kind of lab. It's got like, you know, different kind of old style instruments and whatnot and bottles of potions and things. But I just used like the bookcases and the tables and things because they had a nice castle-y look to them. So yeah, we'll leave it there for now because we've literally got a minute left. Does anybody have any questions?
Did you manage to record it, Lisa?
I have recorded this week. Hopefully, I haven't completely messed up like I did last week.
Okay. All right. I appreciate all the extra stuff you do for this. It's I just couldn't make it. I had to deal with another issue. So.
Yeah. Well, we are.
All right.
I'm wondering why Iron Wolf's sitting under the table. It's like he's been a naughty boy and been told to sit down there.
Oh no, I'm in camera mode.
Okay. Well, I'll finish the recording here unless anybody has any questions they'd like to ask. I guess that's a no because Berry has just left. No. So I'll end the recording here.